Hello everyone, Karen Cecilia here. I trust you're all good. I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. And I trust that you all are as well, in spite of everything that's going on. Um, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the date and camera thing, where KD went to the presentation of Damien Crawford and referred to the General Secretary of the PMP in a way that is um, kind of a big diss. Big diss in how KD referred to him in the salutations and greetings on the platform. Somebody, and I don't know who, and that's because I don't do anything. I'm just shooting a breeze and talking off the top of my head here. But somebody somewhere said that good character is not formed in a week or a month. That good character is created little by little, day by day. It's a protracted and patient effort is needed to develop good character. Somebody said that. I'm sure all of you are going to find out who that is. I don't know. I don't remember, quite frankly, who it is. But somebody said that. That good character is not something you develop in a week, which suggests to me that the argument that you should, grow up a child in the way you should or whatever, when he's old enough, whatever. If you don't train your children before they are 6 years old to behave a certain way, to talk a certain way, to think about things in a certain way, after age 6, it basically becomes almost impossible to start training them. You have to train them from their first word, and that is where their character is developed from birth to about 6. That's where children's character is formed. And if you don't catch it then them start going to school and then meet other people and them have a crew and then become a part of a crew and them hear other people talk a particular way and them think it's okay to talk that way and they behave a certain way and it get out of hand. So if you don't have them at home to teach them these things, they will end up, with different areas. I used to be accused because of the amount of children that I raise. I used to be accused, even by my own family. My sisters, them used to accuse me that I that I brainwashed the kids. But I did. Of course I brainwashed them. Because if I don't brainwash them, somebody else will. So it's up to me to brainwash them. That's what them call it, brainwash. But it wasn't brainwash, it's training how to talk, how to act in certain situation. When Bridget was at Holy Child High School, the teacher used to send for me quite regularly because Bridget had this nasty habit of getting up in class and teacher says something that I didn't teach her, and Bridget said, Miss, my auntie said that, that is not how it got. Miss Bridget get up and just contradict the teacher all the time by telling the teacher, my auntie said, or my Bridget just get up and said, my auntie said, and then Bridget repeat to her what I have said. So them said, come call me, and I went. And of course Bridget was right. The teacher was always wrong. No, Bridget was right about what I taught her and how it really go. So them had a hard time with poor Bridget at Holy Childhood High School, certainly for the first 2 years down there. So, it's a way you do it. But when Katie Knight went on the platform at the presentation of Damien Crawford, he knew what he wanted to say to the comrades. When you're going to that kind of meeting, you practice in your car, on your way in your mind, you're practicing what you want to say to the comrades you're going to be talking to. The type of function it is when you're in that campaign mode, so you're practicing what you want to say in your mind. In my case, when I'm going on a live, I practice to myself. But basically, I walk around here just talking to myself. So I look like I'm a woman all the time, just walking or sweeping or waiting the plants and doing all kind and chatting to myself. So that is the kind of practice you want to put in. Because you want to make sure you have your thoughts together. So KD knew what he wanted to say. He knew the message he wanted to convey. And that and the message that he wanted to reach across the country for the comrades to hear what he has to say. But then KD went and did something. All right, so remember to like the video and share it, because some of you are not sharing the videos, and I'm gonna share them. Let other people hear, and that's how you change minds. That's how you reach people, not only by you listening, but by you passing it on, because you passing it on is your job to influence other people and to get to talk to other people about what we're thinking and what we're doing. So I hope you will do that. Yeah. So it was not KD's intention to big this the General Secretary of the PNP. Oh no, it was not an intention. It was a big this, but it was not KD's intention to do so. It was not his intent. It is my belief, my personal belief, that KD did what came naturally to him because of who KD Knight is, his character, his convictions, his love of his party and his country. Him know how things supposed to be. Him know how people supposed to behave in the positions that they hold. But KD said that mostly because of his disgust. He's disgusted with this shameless political harlot parading himself around as General Secretary to Norman Manley Party. KD is disgusted. And so while KD didn't plan on saying it, it became a natural thing for him to say. Just recognizing him, because him realize him have to recognize him, but him don't want to recognize him because of the shame and disgrace that he has brought to the office of General Secretary of the PNP. Not the person, the office of the General Secretary of the PNP. And so KD just said what came natural, and the universe help, of course, because these things happen, out of you. This is not something KD planned. It just come out because of how KD was feeling, this Jezebel of a man, this mean-spirited, loudmouth, chaka downgrade for a General Secretary. So I figure KD was feeling it in the pit of his stomach, the happenings of the last couple of days leading up to the day, to Damien's presentation, and it just came naturally in a gentlemanly way. KD big diss him when he said, comrade chairman, comrade party leader, comrades on the platform, including the GenSec. And that could also mean all of us going to take it that maybe KD want to say including the GenSecs, because that's how social media refer to him, the GenSecs. But KD, they're going to take it that far. But KD said including the GenSec. KD never even showed the respect enough to say including the General Secretary. Oh no, the GenSec. And we call him the GenSecs. You could hear a collective laugh across the world when you watch it. I don't know if anyone at that function saw it. I don't know if they took note of it. I don't know if they felt it, if they hear what KD just said. And I don't know if they place any importance on it. Because, them into them high and them don't know. I don't think the majority did. Maybe one or two people hear it and saw it for what it is, but not what KD intended it to be. It was disgust. It was just KD, with the help of the universe, expressing disgust and contempt at this man, this political whore, this man, this loudmouth riffraff. Disgust and contempt. And it was a normal, natural thing for KD to say. KD wasn't about to go on that platform and bend up himself like a pretzel in all kind of very contorted shape, just to lie and pretend and toe the line and put on a public performance. No, KD wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to bend himself in all kinds of contortion just to please nobody. He's not going to do that. He's going to do what come natural to him. Because you can call KD Knight all kind of thing, but he's authentic. Him is as real as you get. Him don't know how to pretend nothing. Anybody who knows KD knows that he is incapable of pretending, of putting on a performance that he does not believe in. If he believes in something, he will put on a performance, and it will be convincing because he believes in it, because he has convictions, unlike these guys who lead in the PNP. So, after the events of the last few months, KD could not bring himself to recognize this disgraceful zealot. He could not do it. So that is what he said, including the Gen Z. What contempt. What utter contempt and lack of respect for this man. Not the office of General Secretary, is the holder of the office. But Martin Luther King, I think, summed it up in the most simplest of ways about the character of an individual, or the character of how character goes with who you are. And I'm sure some other people talk about your character is who you are. I'm sure there's something that somebody said that about that. Your character is who you are. It is what you do, what you say, how you treat people, how you behave. That is your character, not your reputation. Because your reputation is what people see and perceive you to be. But your character is who you are. It's how you think. And this man, this riffraff that them have paraded as General Secretary, how he treats people, how he barks like a dog all the time, how him walking around with him tail cock up in him back, treating people like they don't matter, the way him talk to people across the whole Jamaica, every constituency. And I spoke to 9 constituencies just to be able to verify this argument that I'm putting to you. 9 constituencies. I never need to speak to no more than 9 constituencies to tell me how him treat people, how him talk to people with disregard, and him have no character. None. And Martin Luther King is the one who exposed somebody like him for his lack of character. And Martin Luther King says, well, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Think about that. Intelligence plus character is the goal. Is the goal of a true education. Martin Luther King is saying you have no education, no matter what qualification you get, unless you have intelligence and character. That is what Martin Luther King said. You don't have intelligence, you don't have character, you could have papers all the way up to kazoo. You basically do not have an education, because that education must be predicated on intelligence and character. But what contempt. KD Knight is not a man that can hide how he feels about anything, you know. Everybody who knows KD Knight knows that. He can't hide how he feel. Let's get up and say him have to say it. And he tries to be respectful about what he has to say. And KD, look at this man and saw the events of the couple days leading up to that presentation. The man was sue people are suing out people depend on man, him depend recording a plan to commit crime. And when he's caught red-handed trying to commit a crime, him go off the reservation completely because he has no character. None at all. The General Secretary of the People's National Party is the Chief Executive Officer of the party, Chief Spokesman for the party, not only on political issues, but on national issues as well. The General Secretary is also the conduit between the party and its membership, and the voters and supporters and other persons interested in what the party does. The General Secretary, look carefully. All of you NEC members that elected this man, look and keep electing him every year. Look carefully and tell me if you think that this man can be the conduit between the people of this country and the party. Because that requires character, and he has none. So it goes without saying that a political movement like the People's National Party has to have a General Secretary that is not only capable of doing these things, but enjoys the respect and the fondness and and confidence of not only PNP members and voters, but also the wider citizenry in the Caribbean region and across the world. No character this man has. Zero character. And everything that he has done and said and everything has been exposed about him, show him up with zero character. But from the beginning, all of Jamaica understood and knew that Dayton Canberra would never be able to fulfill these responsibilities and enjoy the confidence of the country. From the beginning, that was crystal clear to everybody. But the leader of the PNP was told that. Not only by me, but by several other persons. And what did he do? He said, man, him simpatico. But he couldn't do anything better. What else could he do? The leader of the PNP became leader of the PNP through devious, underhanded means. His rise to that position is stained with treachery and betrayal and undermining and criminality. So, that alone goes to his ability to understand at the time, his inability to understand at the time that why Dayton Campbell was not a good fit for the PNP General Secretaryship. That goes to question of his character as well. Now those of a long more sum it up better. Because the decisions that you make questions your decision making capabilities. Because he came to the leadership of the party through a particular mean, helped by this man who he named General Secretary. And so it's a big deal with him. Because him came there through treachery and betrayal. And this man helped him get there. And so therefore, it is fitting for him to make him sympathetic with them in the same mold. So make him General Secretary. Because the leader of the PNP could not understand. He could not understand because he does not understand the idea behind the formation of the PNP. He does not understand the idea of the People's National Party. He is lacking in knowledge and the basic concept of who we are as PNP, how we came about, why, who exactly we are. And most PNP voters and members just knock them chest and say, me a PNP, but they don't know what that means either. They don't know that what means. They don't even understand it either. And the leader don't understand it, and the general secretary riffraff without any character. So it's all right. Because them don't understand it, but it's all right. Because the leader don't understand it either. So everybody can beat her and say, oh, me a PNP. But them, you ask them what that means, they don't know. Because they have all different answers as to why you're a PNP. Sad state. Sad state of the People's National Party. Because you, the delegates of the NEC, and continually for the last 4 years, re-elect this man. This dirty, slimy, sleazy man without any character. General Secretary of the PNP, KD, said Gen-Sex. It sounds slimy and nasty. Just the word Gen-Sec sounds demeaning. It lacks any kind of panache to it. And the General Secretaryship is a panache kind of job. I mean, we had Sidney Veach. We had Paul Robertson. We had Ralph Brown. We had Peter Phillips. Look what did they end up with. Look what did they end up with. Because you're stupid and don't understand what UNO is about. You just jump in at something because you want power, you want something, but you don't know what it is about. And that's how you end up with this riffraff, this little low life. So KD, feeling the heat of the last couple of days leading up to that presentation, must be pissed at some of the things that he was seeing and hearing. Must have been royally pissed at that voice note. Well, that voice recording of the General Secretary of the PNP planning, conspiring to commit a crime. I cannot imagine how KD felt. Him now got it with no intention to diss him up. It just came naturally. Because once you reach on that platform and you have to say some things, KD have to remain true to himself. Me know how KD feel because that would have been me. KD have to remain true to himself and now go twist up himself in that pretzel like shape just to make things look good. So pay him half respect, but water down the role of General Secretary because of the man that now holds that position. I hope the Jamaican people paying attention. I truly do hope that the Jamaican people paying attention to all this. Comrade chairman, comrade party leader, comrades on the platform, including the GenSec. That sounds very nasty and unimportant. Very, very unimportant and slimy. But that is who the guy is. And that the guy that now holds that important position is nasty and unimportant and slimy and greasy and loud. All across the country. The comrades them talk, or him no manners, or him talk to people, or him disrespectful, all across the country. The comrades them talking about it. One of them there, somebody might just slap him. And I'm not promoting violence, but him and Mark can get a slap anytime. As long as a box, it's not violence. Somebody just box them, that's not violence. It's just a box. So that is it. And I just have to, I mentioned it on the live, but it was just riling and griping at me. So I had to share this with you. Instead of just sit down and talk to myself about it. So sharing it with you. Thank you for listening to my rant. Remember to give the video a like and share it. God bless you all. Stay safe, everybody, and please keep the children safe.